Okay, YouTube, continuing on number 29 video. Start, we have 1/8 track of Eddie Dean.
The farmer in the dell, the farmer in the dell, I-O the dairy-o.
78s. The first one I'm going to show you is a Columbia 78. Unfortunately, it is in rough condition. I keep this for sentimental reasons. This was my grandmother's record. It's Eva Davis. This side you can't read. The B side is Wild Bill Jones.
The child takes a nurse. I-O the dairy-o, the child takes a nurse.
Here on Worthmore Records, Hot Diggity by Jack Daniels. The Magic Touch, Rufus Gordon. The B-side is Ivory Tower by Ellen Scott, and Long Tall Sally by Rufus Gordon.
The cat takes a rat, the cat takes a rat. I-O the dairy-o.
On Columbus Record, we have Doris Day and Buddy Clark doing Confess, backed with Love Somebody. Doris Day again on Columbia. We have A Guy is a Guy, backed with Who? Doris Day and Frankie Lane doing Sugar Bush, booked with How Lovely Cooks the Meat. On Perfect Record, we have Vernon Delhart, The Letter Edged in Black, backed with Behind Those Gray Walls. This is that brown shellac 78. On Brunswick, we have Vernon Delhart again. Let Me Call You Sweetheart, backed with Someday Sweetheart. Again, we have Vernon Delhart on Brunswick. The Wreck of the Number 9, backed with The Wreck of the Royal Palm. Here he is on RCA Victor again, that Vernon Delhart. Lightning Express, backed with The Letter Edged in Black. On a red Decca label, we have I Dream of Jeannie with a Light Brown Hair by the Decca Salon Orchestra, backed with Come Where My Love Lies Dreaming. On OK Records, we have Al Dexter doing Pistol Packin' Mama, backed with Rosalita. On Columbia Records, we have Al Dexter, Down at the Roadside Inn, backed with My Love Goes With You. Here's Al Dexter again, Am I to Blame, backed with Who's Gonna Love You When I'm Gone. Al Dexter again, Love Lanes of Yesterday, backed with Maybe Baby It's Me. Eddie Duncan on Brunswick, Old Man Mose, backed with Between the Devil and the Deep Blue Sea. Sorry. Peter, Paul, and Mary was stuck. Eddie Duncan, Mariah Elena, backed with Time and Time Again. That concludes the 78s. Moving on to 45s. First one we have is a 7-inch 45. Charlie Daniels Band from the Volunteer Jam on Kama Sutra. It just says Volunteer Jam Part 1, and the B-side is Part 2 and Part 3. Came with this nice little original sleeve. Dave and Sugar on RCA. The door is always open. backed with late night country loving music. Here's a United Artists promotional 45, The Coming of the Roads by Johnny Darrell and Anita Carter, backed with The Other Side of the Coin, James Darren on Colpix, Dream Big, backed with Conscience. Jimmy Davis on Decca, Where the Red Fern Grows, backed with Lonesome Whistle. Here we have on Paid Records, we have Al Dean and the All-Stars doing Cotton Eye Joe, backed with Jalisco. Jimmy Dean on Columbia, the early yellow Columbia label with 4 eyes, Deep Blue Sea, backed with Love Me So I'll Know. On Montel Records, we have Dale and George, Stop and Think It Over, backed with Bad Luck. Dale and George again, I'm Leaving It Up to You, backed with That's What I Like About You. On King Ray Records, we have Gene Davis doing Satan's Daughter, backed with Ride. Gail Davis on Warner Brothers, I'm Hungry and I'm Tired, backed with It's a Lovely, Lovely World. Denny Davis and the Nashville Brass on RCA, Flowers on the Wall, backed with Java. David and Jonathan, How Bitter the Taste of Love, backed with Michelle by Lennon and McCartney. This is kind of a neat little bag, a Decca Records bag. Glenn Miller story, things like that written on it. Inside I have a Mercury record of Rusty Draper, In the Middle of the House, backed with Pink Cadillac. It's a nice little 7-inch 78 of the Mama Doll song, and the B-side is The Little Tin Soldier on Peter Pan Records. Dr. Hook on Capitol, If Not You, backed with Bad Eye Bill. Charlie Daniels Band on Epic, What the World Needs is a Few More Rednecks, backed with It's My Life. Here's Charlie Daniels doing Simple Man, backed with I'll Whine. One of my favorites, Boogie Woogie Fiddle Country Blues, Charlie Daniels, backed with Working Men, You Got It All. Charlie Daniels, Carolina, I Remember You, backed with South Sea Song. Charlie Daniels doing In America, backed with Blue Star. Here is Dawn, and Tony Orlando, Knocked 3 Times, backed with Home. Curly Day on Day Records, Sorrow City, 1963, backed with If You Place Your Troubles with the Lord. Doris Day on a promotional 45 Columbia, Move Over Darling, backed with Twinkle Lullaby. Doris Day on Columbia 45, Anyone Can Fall in Love, backed with If I Gave My Heart to You. Dennis Day on RCA Victor doing Silent Night, backed with We Three Kings of Orient are. On Diamond Records we have Ronnie Dove, One Kiss for Old Time's Sake, backed with No Great Love. Also on Diamond Records and Ronnie Dove, Let's Start All Over Again, backed with That Empty Feeling. Here's another Rusty Draper on Mercury doing Freight Train, backed with 7 Comes 11. Here's a couple nice Columbia EPs of Doris Day and Frank Sinatra. We have both Volume 1 and Volume 2. We have Doris Day doing just one of those things. There's a rising moon and You My Love, and Frank Sinatra doing One for My Baby. He even has the original Punch Out in the center hole. The other record, back in the hole, has Till My Love Comes to Me, Ready, Willing, and Able, Hold Me in Your Arms, and Frank Sinatra doing Someone to Watch Over Me. So, those are kind of neat just to have. Dr. Hook, again on Capitol. A couple more years and a little bit more. Eddie Downs, Nothing But Time, backed with The Great Team Maker. Here on Smash Records, we have Joe Dowell doing the Little Red Redded Snow Rowboat Snowboat. The One I Left for You. Ronnie Dove on Melodyland Records doing Things, backed with Here We Go Again. Here's Ronnie Dove on a diamond label again with his original diamond sleeve, Long After, backed with Happy Summer Days. Columbia, Dr. Hook, the cover of the Rolling Stone, backed with Queen of the Silver Dollar. Another Columbia, Dr. Hook and the Middleton Show, Sylvia's Mother, backed with Make It Natural. Roy Drusky, Yes, Mr. Peters, backed with Slippin' Around. Rusty Draper doing Another, backed with The Meadow. The Drifters on Atlantic Oldies series, There Goes My Baby, backed with Drip Drop. The Drifters on the original red label of Atlantic, When My Little Girl Is Smiling, backed with Mexican Dance. Dr. Hook on Casablanca Records, Baby Makes Her Blue Jeans Talk, backed with The Turn On. The last one for this video will do Dr. Hook, Better Love Next Time, backed with Mountain Mary. That's video 29 of the vinyl record collection. Again, I hope you folks are enjoying these because I'm sure having a good time putting them out. Thanks again.